Good evening. First, I pay my respect to my Guruji, Mr. B.R. Prabhakar. I pay my respect to him first because I have been associated with him for last 40 years. When I was a student of ICWA in 1985, he taught me cost accountancy, bookkeeping and accountancy, and also the cost audit practice. I pay my respect to him. Now, as guided by my seniors, Mr. H.R. Subramanya and Mr. Raman and Mr. M.G.K., we are talking about costing from the last 40 years, and cost accounting was there. Then we said cost accounting is not a word. Then we made it into a cost management, and then we said cost management accounting. From there we said target costing. From the target costing we say activity-based costing. From the activity-based costing we said activity-based cost management. From the activity-based cost management, we said value chain, then value chain management. From there, now we are coming to the AI, and TCM is a part of it. So that is also there. And now the words which are used are total cost of the product or total cost of the outcome, TCO. That is the jargon which we are using it. So the phases are changing. It is not only the name. The identification of the cost itself is taking a dynamic change. Like as an auditor, we have to observe the change which has taken place in the costing paradigm shift, what we call it as. Previously, we used to compute the cost, and once the computation is over, we feel that we have achieved. Like for example, during 87, because my student days, article shift used to go, either the costing or financial. Once the trial balance is tallied, there used to be a party, because that is the achievement. Today, if you ask the present student what is the debit or what is the credit, they say, I don't know, tally gives the information. From ERP, we'll take a sales dump, we take a dump from raw material, we take it from COPA, we take a dump, and we do it. But how thus entries have come into that place, that process present generation are lacking. We are lucky enough, we know how the input data, and we also know the process data, and we also know the output data. But the present generation, the main drawback is they know the output data, but they are not aware of the process or input data. So the AI is the information which gives the output data. It doesn't give how the process has taken place and how the data, input data is there. To that extent, there is a risk with the AI information. Because sir has shown me very well that how the information has come, and if like for example even a 4th class or 3rd class student also, they prepare their report based on AI. Excellent, no harm, technology should be used. But if you ask them to explain it, then the problem comes into picture. Then the simple way of explaining, because of the time limit is there, when we are discussing with Chidambara, like we used to come out, Gopal Krishna, we had just a meeting. We said just one example I will give you, which is easy for you to understand how the AI works and how you are going every day to the temple. I am just giving an example. Okay, now Kumbh Mela is there, so therefore you are going to Kumbh Mela. Okay, now if you go to the AI gives the data. If you go by flight, this is the time taken, this is the cost incurred, this is the data given. So if you log in, you will get all the information. What are the different ways you can go there, and by different ways what is the time taken, and by different ways what is the cost incurred. But sitting, if you ask me to work out physically, it is difficult. You have to depend on AI. So that is the advantage of AI information. You should know how to use it, you should know how to compute it. And once again, I am coming back to my Prabhakar sir. He is a teacher. So, as a teacher, as a cost auditor with the AI help, you should know which question to ask to get which output. I say cost audit parameter is changing. When I am going as an auditor today, I should know which question to ask the client to get which information. That is the major change which has taken place. So, now cost statement will be given to us. We have to read the figures, read the figures, read the figures. By reading the figures, by reading the cost statement, are you able to draw the cost audit observations? Then you are the auditor today. Because that is the trend. Anything is there, computer output will come. So like previously you used to tell me, you should be able to read the figures. When I was a student, I never used to understand what to read the figures. 10,000 is given, 10,000 is there. But now, after 40 years, I am understanding, if I read the 10,000 as raw material, how to read it. If I 10,000 as a miscellaneous income, how to read it. If it is a sales overhead, how to read it. That reading of the figures need to be learned. That is the more specific. And now another 5 minutes, I'll go to this one and complete. And especially there is one information which is there, which is a practicing cost accountants are facing. One is that CRA 4 and CRA 2, we are filing the appointment of auditor and also audit report. The information we give that sales revenue is so much, etc., and company's manufacturing revenue is so much. But in the ROC, A1 and A4 is filed, where companies sometimes inadvertently write entire turnover as manufacturing turnover. So with the AI, MCA can find what is the turnover written by the chartered accountant or a company secretary in ROC forums, and what is the turnover, manufacturing turnover written by CRA 2 or CRA 4, then compare and start issuing a notices, which we have already receiving. So they say there you have shown a turnover of so much, in cost audit about turnover is so much, and notice is not issued to the auditor. Notice is issued to the company. Already the Minister of Corporate Affairs is using the information, AI information. Next. Five minutes. You can give the one. Okay. Okay. In Bengaluru, the traffic signals are monitored by AI, and if you jump that signal, it can identify and give you a notice immediately. And Bengaluru-Mysore highways, you are aware of it. So already traffic signal, which is more important, and congestion, after the implementation of AI, the congestion has come down by 30%. Still congestion is there. I am not trying to say congestion is not there. But at least we know vehicle is moving instead of stopping. The difference is vehicle is moving, but it is not stopped. So that change has already taken place. It is a live example which we in Bengaluru enjoyed and facing. This I am not reading because you are aware of it. The AI accuracy, efficiency and insight. Benefit. Self-explanatory. Challenges, initial high investment. So should I invest so much, whether I get a break-even point when I can recover my investment back, return on investment ROI, you have to work out and see that, then only you can come into the picture of AI. And there are certain ways of, instead of you doing, you can contract, there are so ways of reducing the cost, that way, and skill required, need a trained person. And security of the data, adaptability. One. Advanced machine learning and automation, optimize the cost control, detect fraud, ensure regulatory compliances through manufacturing operation. This is very important because compliance has become a big issue. Now with the AI, they can go and all government regulations, compliances, whether the company has done or not, can be seen with the help of AI. And automate routine audit, flag discrepancies, predict cost trend, and provide real time. And one of the most important thing is that when we go for the audit, we feel that many of the people who go for the audit or accounting, etc., they know that company is working on SAP, COPA model, production model, sales model, etc. But while asking the details, they say, give me the sales report. If you ask a sales report, they say, we don't have any sales report. If they say raw material, I don't have any raw material report. Unless you use the particular word which is generate a report in the ERP or SAP, then they will give the report. These are all the just names of the few reports which, if you are aware of the name and ask the question, the response is different from same question asked in a different language. Words used are important. Like one is cost overrun report, flags the production cost which have exceeded the budgeted amount. That is nothing but the variances which comes into the picture. And fraud detection report highlighting the duplicated invoices, unapproved purchases and suspicious suppliers. If you go to this report, you are going for entire audit, then your time taken will be less and you directly catch them out. And predictive cost optimization, identify the opportunity to negotiate with the supplier, optimize production process and reduce waste. And compliance audit, compliance with the law of MCA. And supply chain analysis, review of the transportation cost, warehousing cost, because logistic cost is one of the huge costs where applying of the costing technique through AI can reduce the cost up to 30%. And these are all the areas of costing like data collection, classification of cost, real-time monitoring, record maintenance of compliance, and integration with ERP system. For this is the description, this is the use of AI tools, and that is the example of AI tools. And this will be shared because of the shortage of time. We are sharing this information. You can contact this one. And this is what we are doing in cost audit, maintenance of records. And when you come to the audit, variance analysis, anomaly detection, predictive cost insight, preparation of the cost audit report, compliance monitoring, visualization of the report. For example, cost audit report CRA 3 can be prepared automatically through AI technology. And if you insert the CRA 2, CRA 1 cost records maintenance, it will give you the report stating that whether this cost statement has prepared in line with CRA 1 or not. To that extent, it can go and do it. Only the thing is how you ask the question or what answer you want, you first decide. To suit that answer, you ask the question. That is it today's, who is expert in asking a question to get a right answer, he is the winner. AI application in the cost audit, automated cost accounting, financial record analysis, fraud detection, AI compliance, productive cost, because some of these already previous speakers have covered, therefore I am just moving it out. And cost audit, cost variance analysis, compare the actual with budget, highlight suspicious transaction, and ensure tax and regulatory adherence and comment. AI detects 30% of the overspending in logistic cost. Like we used to thought that 5% saving in the cost is equivalent to 30% increase in the revenue, which we have been taught in our intermediate. So now it can experience here. And now what I have done is I have taken few sectors and try to identify what is the AI application in the area. Because all the areas AI cannot be applied from the cost audit angle. There are few areas where application reduces your time and get a good result. When in a manufacturing sector, if you go to the predictive maintenance, it gives the reducing machine downtime. So machine downtime reduction, then reflect that as a cost in number of figures. And AI-driven quality inspection detects fraud defect. And more the defects, more the loss. Reduce the defects and give the action plan. Supply chain optimization reduces cost and improve the logistics. AI-powered demand forecasting optimizes production planning. And energy optimization. Energy is the one area where AI can see that they reduce from energy consumption. If it is 100, it can see that it is reduced to 40. That is the power of AI with respect to energy management. And this is with respect to the management consultancy, what can be done. And this is with respect to the healthcare, because this is today's trend is that healthcare will have some 29 lakh inpatient and they will have an inpatient of 2 lakhs, outpatient, inpatient, and specialties are like this. In these circumstances, how to compute? You have a medical diagnosis through AI-powered radiology, pathology, and like hospital management through bed allocation, staff scheduling, all this is done by AI, we can get the information. Once you get the AI report on this, then our audit will become much professional, much authentic, much productive. This is with respect to educational sector, like adopting the learning platform. Like I can get my books through AI so that printing will not be there and student will read and come to the class. Then as a teacher, I should know how to handle a person who has come prepared with the information. Like taking a class is one way, student doesn't know anything, then handling a class is one type. Here students come with the information, then handling the class is a different. So that odd change is required. Thank you.